Hey guys, ignore the way I look. It's quite late here. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost my bedtime. Sorry, 9 o'clock. Almost bedtime. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to make this video, but it's quite interesting. So, ICT put a tweet out. It appeared on the timeline because I'm actually not blocked on this account. I'm blocked on my personal account, um, saying, "Can you believe they let me get away with this?" So I replied, "Yes, I can't believe people still follow you after blowing every account you've ever shown," which, as far as I'm aware, is 100% true. Anyway, he decided to go on my page and pretty much call me out. So I'm a little bit of an ICT hater. I won't hide that. And if you're a regular viewer of mine, you should know that. So a while ago, back on the 17th, so yeah, 3 days ago, I quoted this guy saying, he's talking about a losing streak. Said it's because you're trading a randomized strategy. Your setups are literally 50-50, hit the casino. Anyway, ICT pops in here, said, read this, try not to laugh. So I comment back saying, minus 96 Robins, you have 95% win rate, you made the algo, you get outperformed by basic benchmark index, lil man, which actually was a little bit too kind because, the benchmark index, what I'm referring to is the S&P 500. That's what most traders compare their performance to. So for example, if the S&P did 10%, you did 11%, you've outperformed the index by 1%. So that's what I mean by that. But obviously ICT doesn't actually have any returns. So again, that I know of. So basic benchmark index is probably a little bit too kind. So then he says, "You try me then." I reply, "You say that to everyone, then you dodge it. Finally enter Robbins and go minus 96%. Same story, different day." By the way, if you don't know where I'm getting this 96% from, it's because when ICT was in Robbins, you know that famous "I pushed and I pushed and I pushed." That's the meme because he apparently pushed his account all the way down by 96% to try and bait people into trying to challenge him, even though at that point his account was gone. Essentially, he couldn't place more trades. There is a I'm on video. He did I think a 40-minute video or something on that whole topic. So I definitely recommend going and checking that out. Anyway, Ice-T then says, "I'm saying it to you. Dodging it, are you?" I said, "Nope. What's your proposal?" So what I was trying to do here was put the ball completely in his court. So if something did happen, so let's say, this does actually go through and we get to a deadline, he can't then say, "Oh, well, I didn't say this," or, "I didn't want to do that," or, there's no way for him to make an excuse out of it. So I left him to make the choices in this case. So he says Robbins. I say, okay, sure. And when I say we trade FX, I mean we as in elite traders. We don't trade futures. I've never placed a futures trade in my life. I don't really know how futures operate in terms of actually trading them and all that type of thing. So that's what I meant by we trade FX, not we as in that's the rule of me, this exchange. So I say we trade FX, absolutely no BS like I pushed and pushed as I mentioned before. Or whatever you said last time. Full accountability. I know you love the live stream idea too, so we can do that. I'm live every day. So again, if you don't know, I do live stream pretty much every day. I mean, I might take a day off here and there, but I am live on the charts taking trades. So that's all public information. And then he says futures, not forex trading. So then I thought we were going to have a problem. But then he says, not to fret though. Run your percentage gain against mine regardless. It is a numbers game after all, which is true. So I said, and then he says game. So I said, also must be public and verified. He says Robin's third party audited. I don't really care, to be honest. Whatever, that's fine by me. I say, okay, no problem. Want to do the rest of 2025 or the next Q? The next Q means the next quarter. So if he just wants to do 3 months, that's also fine. We can do that. Run it up. Doesn't bother me. But he wants to do the whole 2025. So I'm making this video so we can come back at the end of the year and we can say, okay, well, maybe ICT did amazing. Maybe he outperformed me and I'll shut up and I'll never speak his name again. Or, which is very likely, I will come out on top. And that's not to sound big-headed. That's just, I essentially, so this is the account I'm using and it's one I will use. The Darwin fund I'm actually running. The reason I want to use this one specifically is because I actually started it this month with a partner of mine. So you can see the start date was the 7th. So obviously a little bit earlier than this exchange, but not by too much. It's the same month. So there's no real reason for him to not do it as well. But yeah, so far, I mean, we've max drawdown of 4%. We've got a 8.5% return so far. And again, it's only been going in 1 month. So we'll see how he does for this. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think there's 3 possible outcomes here. I think number one, he sticks to his word and he comes out regardless. To be honest, I actually will have a lot of respect for him if he does come out in December and says, okay, these are the results, regardless of it positive or negative. It takes guts to do something like that. So regardless, I would have a bit more respect for him to do that. Second option is he will block me at some point. So it would be a bit silly for him to block me now, because obviously we've just sort of had this exchange. I think that'll be a bit too obvious. But he could block me in 3 months' time, 4 months' time, when he thinks I wouldn't notice, and then obviously it'd be over. Or he just makes excuses. So he could get to December, he's not blocked me, but then he'll say, oh, I couldn't do it because of X, Y, or Z, or, there'll be some sort of reason why he wouldn't have been able to do it. And I think that's ridiculous, because there's always an excuse with this guy. But again, hopefully he does come forwards in December, and hopefully, again, even if he outperforms me, even if he does negative, I don't care. I think it would just be very, very good for him to have something that is public. Sure, might not be great for his ego, might not be great for marketing or whatever it is he's trying to do, but I think it would gain the respect of a lot of people. And you can see here my notifications are going a little bit crazy, actually, because I'm getting quite a bit of hate, as you could imagine, but that's fine. I don't mind. I can handle myself. So we will see. If you want to see updates about this, you can either follow me on Twitter, or you can join my free Telegram. So in the free Telegram, I've already covered this a little bit, so you can see here. Let the games begin, doing a little bit of a poll here to see who you guys would think win. But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, you can join the Discord as well. There's a 7-day free trial on that one at the moment. So yeah, guys, that's it. So the strategy I'll be using is obviously the one I always trade, which is global macro. So I'll be taking in interest rates. I will be taking in global macro and obviously geopolitical situations to find optimal entries using the fib, market structure, oversold or overbought situations within a trend. So it's what I always do. ICT will obviously, I assume, be using his own concepts. But yeah, that's it. So we will see how this goes. I'll come back in December regardless of what happens, and do some sort of coverage here. Whether he replies, which I would highly doubt it, but it'll be interesting. I really didn't expect this to happen. I also didn't expect him to put forward a challenge. I think that's quite nice, but again, whether he sticks to it or not is a different story. But anyway, that's that. Guys, have a great night. This obviously hasn't been a super entertaining video, but it's more just for me to keep a video log of this. I've also pinned it to the Twitter, so that way he, again, if it gets to the end of the year and he can't answer me, or there's some sort of reason he's hiding away from it, at least there's proof that this happened. He could go back and delete all the tweets and block me, and then I have no proof of this. So just making sure this is all there. And by the way, just to make sure it is his real account. So guys, have a good one. I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching.